Okay, we live, Captain?
Yes,
We're live. We're live, Brady.
I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. Boom, baby! Let's do this. All right. All right. So this is webinar number 3. This is the end game, the one thing. I've been talking about this a bit, and so this is kind of exciting. If you are watching on Facebook, Instagram, or one of the other social media platforms, you can go to asksolarmike.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a click on a button to live. I also posted it in the notes so that you can see it. Anyway, I've got these these slides right here that I'm going to start going through, and I'll start sharing with you guys. So anyway, Endgame webinar number 3. This one's called The One Thing. We're going to start breaking this down. This whole webinar series is about how to make 6 figures and provide for your family during the coronavirus lockdown without going outside or spending any money. Like right now, that's probably one of the biggest things that seems to be popping up is everybody's trying to figure out, like, I just got laid off. And so now what do I got to do? I got to figure out how to take and provide for my family during the coronavirus lockdown. And I feel like I'm trapped in my home. And so this whole webinar series is designed to be able to help solve that problem. And I'll show you solutions that are right in front of you that most people just, they don't realize that opportunity is right there. And so before we get into this, I found this coronavirus slide, social distancing. What do you think? Is that is that a good way to social distance? Oh, I know, it's great. So anyway, I got to do a quick disclaimer on this. Okay, so you're not going to become rich in one day. I just wanted to make 6 figures, and I wanted the good life. But the challenge is when I was working in an hourly job, that became very difficult because my income was capped. Ooh, I just hit my laptop. My income was capped. And if I made the 6 figures, then my job would actually end up owning me, and then I would still discover I don't have any security. Like a lot of people just discover they thought they had these solid jobs that would never go away, and then all of a sudden they're like, what? Now I'm looking for a new opportunity. And so that's what I was setting out, and that was one of my main goals. And so if you watched the webinar last time, I dropped 3 big secrets on you, huge value bombs on you. And I'll just kind of recap the secrets on this. Here was what secret number 1 is. It was the untapped cash source that's hidden in plain sight that almost everybody's missing, yet is worth more than any other job opportunities combined. Like once you see that and you understand that, and I went into this deep last time so that you could see exactly what the secret meant. Because once you understand that, it's like it changes everything. So secret number 2 was the secret cash machine strategy that makes all my recommendations pay more in less time. And then secret number 3 was the how to get the exact same customers who are currently buying from other people to start buying from you instead. And so that was video number 2. So you're welcome to go back and look at that because you're definitely going to want to get that because each one of these sequentially build on top of each other. So what we're going to jump into today is this new piece of it. I've got to break a couple myths though. Like everybody keeps always saying, they always feel like that they have to be able to make money and provide for their family. They always feel like I have to have a job. Like you don't. It's like it's a total myth. You don't need a job. A lot of people feel like, well, then I've got to own a business. That's another myth. You don't actually, in fact, have to own a business. When I go through this today, this will even become clear so that you can see, wow, you're right. I don't need a job and I don't need a business. In fact, you don't even need to own the operations, nor do you actually have to go out and build your own product. In fact, building your own product is actually risky. And as soon as I show this to you, you're going to immediately understand why and what I mean. So here's the secret to the one thing. This is how to mine the gold without having to go create the gold mine. Like, let's just skip all the losers and all the loser opportunities, and let's just go for the winners. Like, let's just go for the gold. Just skip the other stuff. And so, like when somebody goes out and they start building or creating a product, they actually take on a lot of risk. Okay. Now I've got a question for you. When you think about Apple, like you think of Apple, like Apple always makes these great products. They always crush it. They do all this great stuff, right? So let me show you this. Have you ever heard of Apple's product, the Newton? You ever heard of Newton? Like put a comment down below if you've seen it or ever heard of it. So I'm getting no. All right. So we finally got one yes. Okay. They like Apple Newton was a product that Apple made a long time ago. It actually did a total bomb. You could fax on it. You could write on it. The writing was kind of crappy, so people really didn't like it. And so the thing just totally was a total flop. It was a loser. Okay, so then you come across the divide, and then Apple introduced the iPhone. And obviously, everybody knows that the iPhone's the winner. They stepped into this, they crushed it. But Apple had a product that wasn't the same, but it had similar functionality. It was a total flop. And then this iPhone crushed. How much money do you think Apple spent trying to build the Newton and then promote the Newton out into the world? Right? Probably a lot, right? And that's the problem. They'll end up taking a ton of their time and a ton of your money and a ton of your resources when you take and you publish this thing out there and the thing totally flops. And I discovered this myself because I've gone out and I created my own product, put it out there. And when the thing failed, it took a lot of my time and a lot of my money. And it was like driving me nuts. And so the thing is like when you find a product, like you think it's awesome, but if it's not awesome, don't fall in love with it because there's no point in being in love with something that don't work. And so let me give you some examples. Like some of the best creators of products in the world have got these horrendous flops. You'll see this one right here. Have you ever heard of the Virtual Boy by Nintendo? Right? Anybody heard of it? Comment below. Let's see. Nope. 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 Nobody's heard of it. Exactly. Because it's like it totally flopped. Okay, let's look at another flop. Any of you guys remember New Coke? Yeah, no, there's a couple comments. Some of you guys remember New Coke. Total flop. They had to pull it from the shelf immediately. It was a total disaster. What about Pepsi AM? Like, I was even kind of surprised because I don't even remember that one. All three of these products were just a total flop and disaster. And so when I talk about that secret number one, like this is saying go find the gold mines that are actually producing gold. Like find the winner, the one that you know is going to win. Okay, that's step one. Then step two is go mine the gold mine. What I'm referring to here is become an affiliate. An affiliate is a guy that goes out there and he can identify products and things that sell really, really well. And then once he understands what those products are, then he positions himself so that he gets paid an affiliate commission. Now, what does that look like? I'll show you this. For example, there's this website called ClickBank. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. They have what they have on this slide right here. You can see I put a box around. They have this thing called the affiliate marketplace. Okay, so if you click on that, what it'll do is it'll pop up this next page here. And in this next page, you can type in something that you might be interested in. And so on here, I typed in weight loss and hit the return button. And here are all of the weight loss products that it actually came out and returned back to me. And so I could look in here and I'm saying, okay, so here's different pages of different websites that actually do a good job converting and selling these products, okay? And so what an affiliate marketer does is they'll come into here and they'll say, okay, hey, so-and-so, you got to go check out such and such site. Now, like if you guys watched that last presentation I did, video number 2, you'll see where I went into details on how to go about taking and recommending a product to somebody. But right here, we are stepping in and we are saying, hey, I found this really cool weight loss product. I think you might be interested in it. Or, hey, I found this really cool product. I think you might be interested in it. So that provides a recommendation. The person then goes to the site, but the website is designed to make the sale. And then once they make the sell, then it provides the product, does the fulfillment. Then out pops out the backside is just a commission or affiliate commission for sending that referral to the site. Okay. And so here's the examples. Like many of you have already been like, say, affiliates working with me, because the reality is all affiliate is a person who suggested to somebody else they check out something. And like in this case right here on Mike, he had mentioned to a coworker that he had gotten solar, and the coworker was like super excited and said, hey, I want to check it out. And so anyway, I met with this coworker. I actually went and we took care of the sales process. We took care of all the fulfillment. And then on the backside, what happened is Mike I called it a referral fee, but the reality is if you really looked at this thing down into the details, it's really an affiliate commission. He really got paid an affiliate commission by providing that recommendation. And so like Kathy did the exact same thing, and you can see Rance did the same thing. They've done multiple times. And so that's the whole idea. The whole idea is like, and when you look at this, the big aha to pull out of here is like when you look at all three of these situations, like none of them actually had a job in solar. None of them actually owned the product. None of them actually had to complete the sales process or fulfillment or nothing. But in the end, they all ended up getting money. And that's the whole secret. That's the secret behind being able to figure this out. And it's like, duh. Like, it took me 42 years to finally figure this out. And it's like, duh, right? Like, think about it. Like, I mentioned like last time my wife would get like excited about Zupas and she'd say to her friend, she's like, oh, you got to go check out Zupas. They got this cool salad. It's got this really nice dressing on it. It's really exciting. You got to go look at it. And then what does her friend do? She goes down there and does it, right? I did the exact same thing. I need to get my garage door fixed. And so I put a post out on Facebook. I'm like, hey, does anybody know somebody that can take and fix garage doors? And all of a sudden I got these people that, like talk to so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, right? So in the end, I actually had somebody come out, fix my garage door, but the person that recommended that never even gotten paid. I saw another one recently where it's like, hey, can somebody do concrete? Can somebody do wrought iron work? Can somebody take and do water softeners? Can somebody do remodels in basements and stuff? And like these little things pop up all the time because people want these things. And we're good Samaritans and we make these recommendations, which is fantastic. But do you realize that there's an entire business model where people literally get paid for making those recommendations? And that's like one of the biggest secrets I can show you is you don't actually have to go out and sell a product or know everything about it to be able to benefit from this. Like I don't know anything about garage doors, right? I know how to hit the button, goes up, hit the button, comes back down. Like I'm good. As long as it does what it's supposed to do, I'm good. And so like just pause for a second. Now that you've kind of walked through this, just try to imagine this. Can you see yourself going out and just finding a product like, look, I know this is a product I'm at least familiar with. I know that this thing makes money. I know that people buy this thing. Like, I know that people are interested in these offers. Like, can you see that? I mean, you can close your eyes, but just visualize, can you see yourself finding a product that you know would win? And if you can find that product and you say, okay, I know that product can win. Now, visualize yourself being able to sit at your computer and be able to actually do this from home. The whole point is the coronavirus lockdown's got people trapped down. So we've got to figure out how to turn things around really quick within the next 30 days. And so you've now visualized, you can see the winning product. Okay. Now you can see yourself being able to take and to do this from home. Okay. Now imagine, now that you've got that in your head, imagine being able to recommend that product to somebody and then getting paid when that person takes and they do it. That's called an affiliate commission. Like, can you see yourself making $5,000 a month, 10 grand a month, 15, 20 grand a month? Like, this is not uncommon. People do this all the time. It's happening all the time. But so in your mind's eye, you can now visualize it's easy, right? Okay. So my question is, would you like me to show you the fastest, easiest way possible to do this? Like, yeah, Mike, I want it done yesterday. Exactly. I know, like, I oversimplified it. I recognize that. It's a little more complicated than sometimes what we imagine. But I know that if you understand this and that if you learn this, it will literally change your life. And I want you to succeed. And so what I'm going to do is I'll start working with you to help you be able to make money doing affiliate offers because I want you to succeed. And so this next coming webinar, our next webinar is going to be Monday at 6 p.m. So this upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. This webinar is what I call instant success. What it is I'm going to take what you learned in lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. I'm going to roll it all up so that I can show you, okay, this is how we can take and execute this thing to be able to help you guys get the ball rolling. So I know that you guys can be fine. I want to help you guys to be successful. So, I mean, is that okay? Is that okay if I like try to lean in and try to be helpful? Is that all right? I'm hoping that's okay. Yes, I'm okay. I'm seeing comments. Yes. Of course, we want you to help me. Okay, fantastic. So if you get this right, you can make good money working from home and you don't actually need a job, a business. You don't even need your own product. You don't need to have the operation. You don't need all that stuff. All that stuff is risky anyways. The reality is all you want is the check, and if the product doesn't work, then like I would switch, right? So you're looking for a product that works. So the next webinar, this upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. Here is the website. You guys can take and bookmark it. It's asksolarmike.org/endgame video 4. So asksolarmike.org/endgame video 4. So take and bookmark that. When you go to that page, if you're missing one of the videos, just down below, you'll see you can see where you put your email address, and put your email address in there and stuff. Then you can get the videos. But there's a survey right there. Like as I'm going through these presentations, like ask your questions, find out, like put some hard questions in there. Test me a little bit. Make sure that you understand like the elements of this so that we can make sure that you're successful. That's the whole point of putting that questionnaire in there, is to be able to give you a chance to ask questions so that we can dig into this, because I want to make sure that I'm prepared and that I can give you the information you need. So this upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. And I will see you guys then. All right, guys. Later. Bye.